And it's a good day. And I hope that you're having a wonderful time today, post Super Bowl. I hope it was safe, fun, exciting, and you were able to enjoy yourself. If you didn't watch the Super Bowl, that's okay. Not everybody watches the Super Bowl. However, I did want to mention a few things. I'm in here in Houston, and one of the reasons I'm in Houston is to help my younger son move out of my older son's house. Since he's no longer with us, somebody needs to move his stuff. And so, guess what? We get to do that. Not necessarily a fun episode, not necessarily a good thing. And I want to talk about moving on and releasing some of the things that are holding you back. And I've mentioned this, I think, last week on Thursday Thoughts, and it's top of mind because it's really about not holding on to some of the things that no longer serve us. It's about moving forward. It's about learning from the experience. It's taking that experience and using it to our advantage, because there's so many things that can stop us and hold us back that we need to make sure that we're aware of what it is and what it feels like. And because, emotions, stress, anxiety, they can all manifest in physical ways. The stress I was feeling last week and even yesterday was my body. I could feel it in my body. And I'm a little more relaxed today. It's been release. It's been good to let go of some of these things. And I just want to check into the feed here and see what else is happening in the world. What are you doing today? Did your team win or lose? I'm not a huge football fanatic. And I got my volume a lot, and I want to check it out because I'm testing a new microphone too. So let me know how the microphone sounds. Does the microphone sound okay? And I'm in a different environment because I'm not at my son's place. I'm in an Airbnb, a pretty comfortable place nearby, and so I just want to check it out and let you see how it is. Good morning, Gabriel. Let's catch up today. Lewis, thank you so much. Wendy, how are you? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Thank you for your time last week. Arcot, good morning, evening for you. Yes. Kenyatta, hey. Pirate broadcast is popping. That's the way we go. That's the way we roll. So, Lewis, yes, Arcot. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Derek Monroe, good morning from Atlanta. Hey, I have a niece in Atlanta. She's doing some work for me, so you guys should connect. Wendy, Mike sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Does it need to be up or down? Loud and clear, Kenyatta. Awesome. Thank you so much. Wendy had a fab weekend. And I just wanted to, Rob House was going to be on. However, he decided he wanted to walk his daughter to school, or take his daughter to school. And I understand that. I have to stay on a schedule, and it's really easy for people to find the pirate broadcast if I'm doing it at the same time every day. And not everybody's schedule can meet those requirements. And Rob's been on, and he is a pirate, and we'll catch up again. However, today didn't work out. So I thought, well, what better way? And it's kind of, I take these little snapshots of evidence that bigger things are working around in the world, because this gives me the opportunity to actually talk about, some of the things that we've gone through with my son, and some of the, feelings and emotions you have over loss, and some of the things that you have to go through in order to, move on, not forget, not remove, but move on through the tragic circumstances. And it's really about the idea that we can recognize and just appreciate all the gifts that someone brought to our world, and the fact that we had an opportunity to be there with them while they were here. And then now they're not here. And so there's a lot of things that we remember about those individuals, remember, and have a deep appreciation for them. Or maybe some of those circumstances, maybe those experiences aren't as happy. And the thing that I want to share is that some of these experiences, good or bad, are, recognize them for what they are, take away the lesson that you need to learn as a result of being in that situation, and use it to grow, use it to evolve, use it to improve your life, and understand that you're not alone. These emotions, these feelings that you may be feeling at different times in your life are legitimate. They are your feelings. Nobody else can feel that way. You are a unique individual, and it's not that somebody can't appreciate those feelings, because there's a lot of people that go through those feelings. It's those dark times where you feel like, why would anybody want to be, I'm not useful, or I'm not worthy, or whatever lies your subconscious mind is telling you. It's those voices that you need to make sure that you listen to and understand how they're impacting your life, and get the help you need, and understand what that help is. And just letting go of some of the guilt and the shame and the abuse, or whatever you're at, that was yesterday, that was then, this is not today. Today's the first day of the chapter in the book of life that you can start writing. Write a new story, write a new way of thinking, write a new way of being. You don't have to hold on to those emotions that are negative. I like holding on to the good feelings, the feelings that appreciation, gratitude, and being aware of what happiness is, those moments of joy that you don't even think about. So it's really about how you can frame this in your mind, because at the end of the day, it's really all about what's going through my head, and what's taking me to the next level, and where do you want to go. There's so many people I talk to that are still, and this is my story as well, because it's not always 100% knowing where I'm going. It's like I have an idea and I start down a tangent and I start traveling down that road, and you think one thing, and then when you get there, you kind of discover that it's not exactly what you imagined. So you have to kind of adjust your course, just like a ship captain or a pilot in an airplane. It's all about adjusting your course and your expectations, learning from each experience that you have, and knowing that you have an opportunity to change. Jim Rohn used to say, you're not a tree, you can move, right? So the other thing I want to make sure that I understand is, what is it that I can do? Because I really appreciate the people that come on here, the Pirate Broadcast. I'm already booked through February. I'm booking March now, and there's so many guests. And I would like to, I think, outline a few of the people that are coming on board, so you can actually connect with them. Maybe I'll put a post together for that. Would that be valuable? I hope that would be valuable. Um, um, maybe. Thank you, Vicky. That's very kind. Um, yeah, simple and true. I so I'm thinking through my head. The next year is going to be amazing because I have a lot of goals and intentions putting out there, and part of the thing that really fires my soul is, I want to make it matter. And I want to make it matter because I know what it's like to lose something precious. And so if I can help someone else gain something as a result of that, what they're doing in their life, I think that that's something I can do to at least recognize and appreciate the pain and the struggle that people go through. Be the light, be the person that you can actually help others with and do things that make a difference. So I got off on a tangent a little bit there. And I want to make sure that I understand. I'm going to be putting out a list of everybody that I got booked in February. And I guess today is February. We're already in February. So we're doing it. We're doing it right here, right now. And as always, if you have somebody that you think that would be a very valuable pirate, I would love to be able to have you recommend or just drop me a note. Happy New Year 2020, Dancing Diana. You made me smile. You make me smile every day, Diana. Thank you so much. Nick Dorsey, what's going on? I love the fact that we're here together in this journey of sorts. I was talking to my son as we were moving, and when you're younger, you don't think that life is going to turn out a certain way, or life is going to turn out a certain way. You have expectations. You place expectations on your life. And as we go through and get more experience, it would be great to be able to transfer that experience to some younger people. And sometimes, they're open to it, and sometimes they're not. And depending on how you display that awareness of your experience in another way, it can be powerful, or it can be taken on as being critical or judgmental or, preachy or whatever else. Can you relate to that? Can you relate to talking to your younger self or someone in your situation when you were younger and identifying with that? Back in my day, we used to do this. And it's so crazy, the things that we go through in our life and the changes that take place. And I just know and understand that it's really about finding joy every day. We can have an intent. Let's have an intention to go somewhere in the future. Let's move into a direction. I know all of you have you have big goals. I mean, 2020 vision, new decade. It's all about the opportunities that we have right in front of us. And there's some good things that are taking place. As nasty as the news wants us to believe life is, I think there's a lot of this community talks about all the good things that could take place and the opportunities that are out there. I look everywhere and there's always an opportunity out there. So it's amazing to think that we have so many things that are taking place. And I'm not saying that there isn't struggle. I'm not saying that there's times where you're thinking, what am I thinking of? What am I doing? I'm drinking my coffee right now. So appreciate every single day, find a little joy in it, and know that tomorrow's a new day and we can actually achieve major results. If you do things consistently, you just roll up your sleeves and get to work. Those opportunities show up every time. Share a little kindness. Krista, David Riley, hey there, good morning. Bob Sager, local Cincinnatian, would be a great guest. He has a really cool approach. I like that. Thank you so much. Nick, what are you doing, man? When are we going to connect again? I love this opportunity to connect with individuals here and share some of my experience because we can do it now. And if I could just help one person, somewhere along the line, it would be great. And tomorrow, I have on the show tomorrow, I have Jarrett Ransom. And Jarrett she's a amazing individual that is in the nonprofit space. So if you know people that are in nonprofit and you want to be able to, actually, she has a program going on in Phoenix. She's a local Phoenix business owner. And if you're in Phoenix, you could probably have that. I need to post again. I posted it earlier. I didn't get a lot of response from it so maybe people didn't see it. But there's also in Houston tomorrow, starting tomorrow, and it's ongoing, a training session for veterans that can get in technology, IT, and some of the things that are going on around IT and technology. And if you're getting out of the military, you're a vet and you want to be involved in some training. This is a volunteer basis. There's no cost associated with it. My friend Bill's putting this on with a couple of other individuals. What they want to do is they want to help individuals getting out of the military grow their skill set and adjust their lifestyle to improve. That's what it's about, making improvements. So these are some things that are going on. I know that there's some other people coming up on the show this week, and I'll share that. I'm traveling on Wednesday, so I'll have the show before I take off, and there'll be some things that are going on, and I think I'll publish that so you can kind of see who's on there. Not everybody can catch every show, so it's nice when you can, and I appreciate the fact that you're here. Thank you so much. I'm starting to get merchandise too. I'm going to order a couple of cups, Kindness is Cool cups, coffee mugs. Maybe some smiles are free too. So maybe I'll be giving those out as gifts to my guests. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? That would be a nice opportunity. I have to see what my accountant says for that. Hope you're watching, Mel. She's going, oh no, what are you doing? I still think it would be fun. So there's some other things that are coming up in the future that are really, really exciting. I'm developing a couple of courses on this whole platform, some of the things that I do and how I actually achieve results of shooting this video on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn Live, and then also a podcast afterward on Spotify. It's submitted to iHeart. Maybe it'll get there before they go broke. I don't know. Maybe. Hard to say. And I'll be putting it up on other podcasting platforms as time progresses. So the pirates that come into the pirate broadcast and share their information, share their value and everything else, that's going out to quite a few people over a very short period of time. And I really encourage, participation, and because there's some huge value that is brought to the table every time I have one of the amazing guests on, and all the pirates know, and it's just a conversation between you and I, and it can mean something to someone, and that makes an impact across the universe and airwaves and across the internets, as my friend Ronnie would say, across the internets. And I love that. So I'm gonna spend some time today. I got some donations to go out. I'm going to be putting some donations in place for my sons. Uh, things he had that we just need to let go of. And I just know that I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this and share with you a couple of thoughts, a couple of recommendations, suggestions, things that are really, it's really just me, just sharing my stuff, healing over time. So, oh yeah, I like that, Arcot. We should have a pirate versity day and some of the nice supers, like all your pirates are welcome. I should probably do maybe I could do a round robin with a bunch of pirates and get them all in the room and we could share some stuff. That would be good. Elizabeth Westbrook, good morning. Because it's Austin. Yes. Bob Berg. Yeah, Bob Berg would be a good one. I'll have to reach out to Bob. Saw the shirts and the mugs. We'll be getting a couple. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. When I was doing 2-minute tips, I did have 2-minute tip shirts, and I'll probably get a few more of those. And I'm thinking about doing 2-minute tips again on Instagram stories or IGTV. What do you think about that? Who's on Instagram? Let me know if you're on Instagram or not. I'm on Instagram as Russ Johns. Go figure that. The only thing here's a tangent. Twitter. There's a guy called Russ Johns. He has he's done 3 tweets. And I've been trying to get the domain so I could have Russ Johns on everything. And it just doesn't work out. That's so frustrating. So it's russjohnsdot.com, which probably wasn't a really smart move, but it seemed okay at the time because russjohns.com, right? But you can't use a .com on Twitter, so I had to spell it out, which I thought, hey, that's kind of smart, but it's not because nobody searches for that. However, I'm on Twitter as well. So all of the Periscope broadcasts that go out end up on Twitter, which I think is kind of cool. Now, I know that LinkedIn probably degrades my reach because I'm sharing everything else on all the other platforms. So it may not be a good numbers strategy. However, I do other things with my life. So if I can share this information across multiple platforms, then that way other people can find me and they can find you, the guest, all the pirates, and then we can all party together. So, and just go to russjohns.com and click on get notified, and then you get notified. And I will be upgrading the email. So I know that it's kind of basic right now. It's not a great piece of information. However, I'm thinking I should revive it in a way that provides additional super valuable information. So when a show gets released, you have another piece of information that can be included in that notification. So it's like a newsletter / notification. So I think that would probably be a next step in the right direction that I think would be valuable. So these are some of the things I'm thinking about, moving on. Last couple of years has been, challenging. So moving into 2020, changing and evaluating some of these things that I'm doing, removing what is not necessarily benefiting me, knowing that I have an opportunity to create space for other things that are more valuable, more exciting, more encouraging, more supportive, more valuable. And so all of these things coming together are really about how do you develop your strategy? How do you develop your mindset? How do you develop your direction for what works? And for myself, it's a lot about, the pirate broadcast and then helping other people produce a pirate broadcast for their business and also start conversations. This is a great way to start a conversation. Imagine, if you will, you have, a large organization with thousands of people in there and you want to start developing culture. Imagine you could actually broadcast this out there and put this in place in the hands of your employees. So just thinking, that's pretty powerful. It's an incredibly powerful tool. And now the technology is available and we can do this. So if that's of interest, I'd love to hear from you and start a conversation around that idea. Also, I will go ahead and publish the calendar I'll publish a calendar. I have to figure out how I want to do that. I'll publish a calendar for the guests, upcoming guests on the Pirate broadcast, the scheduled guests and events. Because I'm still doing Thursday Thoughts unless I have a special guest drop in and need a spot or want a spot. Sometimes I give those up occasionally. Not always, but occasionally. Anyway, this is kind of a rambling, fun day, and I'm going to go donate some things to people less fortunate. I'm going to move the last few items and start writing a new chapter in the book of life, and one page at a time. So I hope this Monday in February finds you to be grateful for the people you have around you, kind to those that you may or may not know, and just enjoy the day. It's just like I say, kindness is cool, smiles are free, and you enjoy the day. Until next time, be well.